What's up, world? Let me tell you about this beard growth oil I got from 12 tribes on Earth. 8 ounces of oily goodness with a nozzle that prevents sprays and spills, and soft ingredients that make it perfect addition to anyone's morning routine. From coconut to castor, all these oils are hand chosen. After using this herbal blend, the biggest thing I noticed is how soft and how strong my hair was, and how good I feel. Pick up your bottle today and make your beard the star of the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, I went to Chat GPT to ask if it was true that we were 13% of the population and committed 51% of the crime. And it said no. And that this is a white supremacist statement taken far out of context. So that part I'm not surprised about. Anything they run around saying about us 99.999% of the time, it's a lie. You can't believe nothing from these people. They've been lying about us from day one, and they're still doing it to this very day. So I want you to listen to the answer that Chat GPT gave me. And also think about, especially among so-called Black men, the exoneration rate is extremely high. And a lot of times they get accused of even homicides and they didn't even commit the crime. We have seen it so much, it's like commonplace here in the US. And that absolutely can't be overlooked. Even if that statistic said 51%, okay, well, how much of that 51% were people that got accused of crimes and didn't commit the crime? And I bet you the number is high. The number is high. You know, they'll run us through the system, lie on us, build a case that's filled with lies, and our people get thrown in jail. They throw our men in jail even when the DNA don't match anything. We have seen that so many times where they're sitting on death row and didn't even commit the crime. And you got the system rigged up where nothing we say is believed. That's a rigging. That's a rigging. But everything you say is believed. Again, that is a rigging. And it's been that way from day one. So let's get to Chat GPT's answer.
This is one of the most commonly misused and racially charged statistics in American discourse, and it's deeply misleading without context. Let's break it down with facts, nuance, and clarity. The claim: Black people are 13% of the U.S. population, but commit 51% of the crime. This statement is incomplete, outdated, and often weaponized to promote racist narratives. Here's the full truth. What the data actually says. 1. The 13% is roughly accurate. According to the U.S. Census, Black Americans make up about 13.6% of the U.S. population, 2024 estimate. 2. The 51% claim is misleading. This number usually comes from old FBI arrest data, especially from the 2014 FBI Uniform Crime Report, which said Black individuals were arrested for about 51% of homicide arrests. Not all crime, just one specific violent crime category. But here's the issue: arrest guilt, arrest conviction. Arrest representative of all crime. Important context you don't hear. Over-policing and racial profiling. Black communities are often more heavily policed, leading to more arrests, not necessarily more crime. White and non-Black people commit many crimes that are underreported, especially white-collar crime, drug use, and domestic abuse. Most crime is intraracial. About 85 to 90% of all crime happens within the same racial group. White people commit most crimes against white people. Black people commit most crimes against Black people. This is due to segregation and proximity, not race. Crime rates follow poverty, not race. Crime correlates more with income, education, and inequality than with skin color. Black Americans face higher poverty rates due to systemic factors like housing discrimination, underfunded schools, and job bias. What experts say, the 13/51 talking point is often used to dehumanize Black people and distract from systemic issues. Former FBI agents, DOJ officials, and criminologists have repeatedly said that focusing on arrests without deeper analysis is bad data practice and leads to false racial narratives. The truth, yes, Black Americans are overrepresented in arrest statistics for some violent crimes, like homicide, but that is the result of complex systemic issues, not a racial predisposition to crime.
Thing these folks say, you should not ever believe it. You should never believe it from the jump. You can be certain if they're running around saying it, it can easily be debunked because it's nothing but a bold-faced lie, just like this. So, look, y'all, these folks have been lying about us since they encountered us. And to this very day, they have not stopped lying about us. They still do it. That's what Karen is for, and Darren out on these streets, to keep the lies going and make all kinds of accusations that don't pan out to be anything. So this is just one more thing that is nothing but a bold-faced lie. Ladies and gentlemen, always consider the source of where things come from. If it's from people that have historically ran around here lying all the time, you can best believe it's not true. I knew from the first time I heard it, it was not true. And I know many of you knew the same thing. We know that we weren't running around, we still don't run around here committing all of some crime. These people are, you know what it is, they're trying to take the guilt of everything they have done historically off of them and trying to put it on us, and it's just not working. It's falling flat, you know? And now their new thing is DEI, when we know white women were the biggest beneficiaries of DEI. We were down at the bottom. We only benefited from it 3% of the time. But every time they say it, they're trying to say it's us. They always trying to weaponize some garbage against us. This is why they are not trustworthy people. Don't trust them, don't believe them, and just leave them with their lies. We don't care. We don't care. At the end of the day, we don't care, but we will debunk it. We will debunk what you say. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.